recording. We are recording. Okay. We're starting from the scratch. This OPNET. Okay. Are you able to see the screen? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you go to the file, you click on new, right? Once you click on new, we have this pop-up menu where we have new, then there's a project written inside. So you have to leave it that way because what we are doing, this is a project actually, we are designing a network project. Then you just click OK. You just click OK. The moment you click OK, we have this box where we are going to enter the name and also the scenario, the name and also the scenario. Then the project name, remember what I said about the project name. Let's say I am O'Brien, okay? My last name is Chintu, okay? Then you start with the first initial, which will be O, okay? Then underscore B, okay, like that. Then you put the project name without a space now. So there we can say AMN technology. Okay, remember how I saved it that the one last time. Now I've remembered, but it's okay. This one we're going to save it as let me just say 2021 advanced network. Advanced network tech. Advanced network tech. Then scenario one. Then scenario one. Remember, if you have gone through this, I don't know if you have gone through this coursework on your own timing, try to understand the requirements, specifications. Have you done that?
Yes.
Okay. So if I open this coursework, let me tell you where the catch is. They said this. They said this. There. Point number two. Number three, I mean, they're saying run two scenarios. Run two scenarios for each queuing discipline. Run two scenarios for each queuing. Run two scenarios for each queuing discipline you have chosen. Run two scenarios for each queuing discipline you have chosen. You have chosen scenario one. Okay, each scenario one is going to be under low or light traffic condition. Okay, so we can say under low traffic condition. All right, then scenario two will be under high traffic conditions. So low is light, high is heavy. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes, we're together.
Okay. So now, what are you going to configure on that particular network? When you design a network, quite all right, it will be a normal network, it will be working, but what are you configuring? Remember from coursework one, what we are configuring are, they said choose at least 3 different queuing disciplines. So these queuing disciplines will be chosen. So they just said, among the queuing discipline that you are going to choose, make sure that the weighted fair queuing will be there. Weighted fair queuing will be there. So how many techniques to improve quality of service did we mention last time? How many are those? How many are those?
Is it not 3?
Yes, 3.
I remember FIFO, I
FIFO.
think being one of them.
Yes, FIFO, which is first in, first out. Then priority queuing, which is short for PQ, and the weighted fair queuing. So among these 3, they are saying, make sure whatever you choose out of these 3, whatever you choose 2, but make sure that the weighted fair queuing should be there, isn't it? So let's say I configure weighted fair queuing, scenario 1. The first scenario, the weighted fair queuing will be examined under low traffic conditions. Are we clear?
Yes.
Then the second scenario will be this weighted fair queuing now in second scenario will be examined under high or heavy traffic conditions, isn't it?
Sorry, Mr. Brandt, just come back again.
Okay, I was saying, let's say they said come up with 2 scenarios for each queuing discipline. 2 scenarios for each queuing discipline. So meaning that if I pick weighted fair queuing and FIFO, meaning that this FIFO is going to have 2 scenarios. FIFO for low intensity and FIFO for higher intensity. Okay, don't worry, I will show you how to configure a low intensity application and a high intensity application. Okay, so that's FIFO. Then you go to weighted fair queuing also, you are going to configure higher intensity for FIFO, for weighted fair queuing, and the low intensity for weighted fair queuing. Are we together? You know, this is a point that you have to get it properly. This is the foundation, because if you don't understand this part, you are going to have a challenge coming up with the whole coursework. So you can ask as many questions you are allowed, because if you don't ask questions, meaning that you are going to struggle to do the assignment. You are going to struggle to do the assignment. The coursework assignment, of course. So can we move on if no questions? Hello? Maybe let me switch off the TV. It's making noise. Maybe you are not getting it.
No, we are clear. We can proceed.
Okay. Let us proceed. So in this case, I'm opening OPNET now. So as you can see, scenario 1, whatever the scenario 1 we are doing, just put scenario 1, then you write low traffic conditions. Yeah? So whatever you are going to configure in scenario 1, it's a low traffic condition. It's a low traffic conditions. Okay. Then you click OK. So when you click OK, what will come, it's a setup wizard for initial topology. Setup wizard for initial topology. For initial topology, I said you always leave it there where I said create an empty scenario, meaning you are starting the project from the scratch. You are designing a network from the scratch. There's nothing like, there's existing network, I'm upgrading. No, you are not upgrading. You are starting it from the scratch. Okay. Then you go to next. And here, this setup wizard, this is where we choose the network scale. Okay. We are choosing the network scale. And the network scale, we have those. It could be a world, it could be an enterprise, it could be a campus, could be an office. Maybe you're just designing a network for a small office. Okay. Maybe you're designing a network for a logical. But remember, when you look at your coursework, it has mentioned more than 2 countries. So definitely you are choosing it from a map where you are designing a wide area network. Of course, in each country, you design a LAN. Then for this LAN to talk to one another, definitely it will make a wide area network. It will make a WAN. Okay. So you go click on choose from the maps. Then you go to next. Choose from the maps. Then you go to next. Okay. So here we have choosing from the map, meaning that multiple countries will come. So it won't make any sense if you choose Asia or you choose Canada, okay? Because those countries we see there, some are coming from Canada, I mean Asia, some are coming from North America, then some are coming from Europe. Is UK in Europe or they removed them? I didn't follow the news.
They have removed
So where do they belong now?
a single state.
Why are they playing Euro?
Huh?
The London.
They've been given out. They've been given an ultimatum in which to revert back.
Oh yeah. Okay. So since our network, it's a combination of these continents, different countries, continents. So just go and click on
Mr. Brand.
Yes.
So why didn't we pay in euro?
Why didn't we pay in euro? The pounds. I thought since it's one of the reasons why actually UK wanted to get out of Europe. You know what the European countries suggested. They wanted to scrap off the pound so that they can start trending in euros. Then the British couldn't accept that. And the fact that their pound is stronger than the same euro. So they never wanted that. So it's one of the main reasons I said that we just want out of European Union. So the British countries, they will never allow their education to be paid in euro, never. No wonder we'll continue paying in pounds. The euro, it's a bit, I know it's a bit cheaper, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. They regard themselves as whatever they have that side is more powerful. Their currency is powerful. Their education is more powerful. And that's true. That's how they rank them. The education from UK and the education from United States of America, if you get a distinction you get a distinction in UK, in America, I mean, you get a distinction in America. In UK, you'll be given a merit. That's how it is, the grading criteria. So let's speak world map. I've clicked world map, meaning that this world map, I'm sending it by clicking these arrows on top, sending that this world map, world bright will be the background. In short, world will be a background. If we want, we can pick world, meaning that when you design your network, have you seen the way you see the map on the background? This map of world map. This is the background we are talking about. If we don't choose the background, you won't see this one behind. Okay. Then again, where we are here, where we have reached here, I said you are choosing the technologies, selecting the technologies. Just like I can approach you, Mr. Mlenga, come and design the network for me. I've opened an office somewhere in town, but I want you to design a local area network. So you come assess it. Then the next thing you are going to write the requirements. You need to buy a switch. You need to buy, let's say you say if it's a 2-port switch, you need to buy a router. If it's a Cisco router or whatever router, then you need to buy the network cables. You need a Cat6. Those are the requirements you are giving, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Then you say, okay, quite all right, you have put this equipment, but these equipment, they don't just sit anyhow. We need to come up with a server room, okay? So in this server room, again, the server room shouldn't be empty. That server room should consist of a rack, okay? Where you are going to be putting these devices, the routers, the switches, and you need a patch panel where you are going to, the way it is, we know that a router has always a fewer ports because let's say it has, let me say I've worked with a router with 3 ports mostly. So we're going to say the router has got 3 ports. The first port, okay, let's say 2. The first port will connect the ISP. Then in another port will connect the switch, okay? Now it's the switch that will connect the number of devices that you have, the number of devices that you are going to have. If it's 20, you connect all there. But the way you do the running the cables and trunking, there's a smart way of doing that. You put a patch panel on that cabinet, okay? So let's say we are using a Cat6. The recommended length of the Cat6, it's 100 meters, okay? It's 100 meters. If the cable goes beyond 100 meters, the chances of packets being dropped along the way, they are very high. Have you heard of the saying called
Sorry, Mr. Brown, you said it's how many meters?
100 meters?
That's a cable.
Yeah, that's a cable, should be 100 meters. From the server room to wherever the computers are located, it's supposed to be 100. If you extend the cable beyond 100, the chances of dropping those packets are, have you heard the term called the 5 nines? The 5 nines. It's in networking, I mean, in computing, IT world, you should know it. What does it mean by 5 nines?
We are hearing it for the first time.
If they say 5 nines, we are saying the chances of 99.99%, 99.999%, that's where it comes from, the 5 nines. So the chances will be very high, meaning that the packet can be dropped along the way. Okay, I'll explain that later. So let's pick those services, those technologies now. So you are the one designing the network, so I can say, okay, we want Cisco. You just click where it's written no. The moment you click on no, it changes to yes. It automatically changes to yes, all right? Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
Then I've picked Cisco. Do we need a bridge? No. We don't need a bridge. We need the Ethernet technology there. Pick Ethernet technology. Then let's pick also the advanced. We never know, maybe we'll upgrade our network. Then frame relay. Frame relay is a link, an outdoor link. Okay, I'll get frame relay and the advanced one. Then internet toolbox, yeah, internet toolbox. Internet toolbox. So whatever I'm picking, you should be making an attention, because you'll be going to design now this on your own. Okay, then internet toolbox. Then we need the. I've never worked with Junipers. These are routers, isn't it? The Junipers. How many of you here designed the local area network and implement it, configure it from the scratch? When this program started at Cyber Academy, Yeah, this is a problem with this Zoom. So in 10 minutes, it will time out, but within few seconds, you join because I'll be already on, or it don't take time. When this course started at Cyber, the students were given, they had an opportunity. They are the ones who designed the LAN at Cyber Academy, the one which is there. They designed it. So get the toolbox, then the lines, of course, the links, then advanced links, PPP. So all the 3 links there, I've gotten them. Links, advanced, links, PPP. I've selected all of them. Then what else do we need from here? Oh, yeah, routers. It's okay. Let's get the routers. Yeah, the advanced routers as well. Because the routers is not only the Cisco that supplies these, that makes these routers. There are also other vendors. How many vendors do you know about from Huawei and Cisco? What other router do you know that are made from different vendors? Or tell me those vendors. Hmm? Apart from Huawei and Cisco, who else?
Nokia.
Oh, Nokia, they do.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Okay, of course. And I've just realized that this Nokia, even when you go to MTN, you find that they support the MTN or Airtel, isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay.
There's also the Juniper network.
Oh yeah, the Juniper, of course.
And Arista.
Oh, Arista. Is it new
Yes.
or it's been there?
There's also HPE. I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah. So there are quite a number who developed this. There's also competition in this industry. But maybe the main one is Cisco. Of course, we've seen router. I mean, we've seen Huawei. They have come with a commanding voice, isn't it? They might even.
Huawei have just started, not so.
Yes, they have just started, but the way they have changed the industry.
The Chinese boy.
Yeah, Chinese are so. They are so. I don't know how I can put it. They are jacked up. There's an impact. Whatever they touch, they make an impact, and it makes people to reduce the prices. Cisco used to be very expensive. For someone to do a certification in Cisco, you pay a lot of money. But today you make a choice. But don't apply for an American company with a Huawei. They'll consider you as a spy. Just pretend you haven't done Huawei. Okay, so IBM, I'll pick the server as IBM. I like IBM. Okay, for now, okay. Then click next. Click next. So there, before we finish, it shows the types of the models that we've chosen, the model family that we have chosen. Okay, then click finish. Click finish. So when you are finishing, if the computer is slow, it keeps on looping. It keeps on looping. This software is very, very, it's big, it's heavy. Okay, so what you see there, whatever we've selected, they come and sit here in what we call the palette. This is the palette. This is the palette. Okay. So what happens when you close the palette accidentally? You'll find it here. I mean there. Are you able to see my cursor?
Yes.
Okay, so there you can open the palette. Okay, so this is our palette. Okay, so if I want to see properly these devices, I have to expand them by clicking there, open palette in icon view. You click there. Then you can see the actual switches, the routers, and so on. Okay. So now, let's start designing the network. You are going to pick the subnet. You know, there are many ways of designing a network.
You never know.
There are many ways
You
of
never
designing
know.
our network. So you get a subnet, just click by the subnet. As you can see, you are carrying it, not until you drop it. I know Boston can be somewhere there, you drop it there. London is somewhere there, you can drop it there. Then Peking somewhere there. Okay, we have picked 3 subnets. The subnet is a group of devices on the network. Okay, now let's name them. Go to subnet 1, right click set name, right click, then set name. When you right click, then you go to set name, you type London, let's say London HQ, headquarters. Okay, go to sub-0 there, subnet 0, right click, set name, you type that's what? London, Boston, Boston. Okay, then this side, it's Beijing. Beijing. How do I Beijing? Like that. Are we clear at this point? Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then let's start designing the network. We'll start subnet by subnet. We'll start with London. So how do we enter London? You just double click the subnet for London. We are in London. Okay. If you want to get out of this subnet, you go to here where the cursor, follow the cursor, you go to there, you can go to the parent subnet, or by right clicking, then you click on go to the parent subnet. Okay, so let's design our network. So what do we need when designing a LAN? You need first of all, you need a switch and a router. So I'm going to pick a 16-port switch, a 16-port switch, a 16-port switch. Looking for the switch. Oh, my eyes. Okay, I've seen it. It's here. That one. That is a 16-port switch, right? Then let's get a router. I've worked several times with a router named 7500. Pick the 7500, place it there. Then version, the last version, CS _7505 _5S _ES, that one, the last one. All right. So these are the most expensive devices that we need. Do you know how much a router will cost? It's a lot of money. So when you are designing, you should consider the cost. And it will be better for you, actually. It will be better for you when you are designing this. When you finish documentation, you should come up with a budget. You just draw a table, we put the devices and how much the device costs. Put it in, it's better you quote it in pound because these things are going to UK. If you say kwacha, there are some who knows, some they've got no idea. So just quote it in pound. Are we together? Okay, so now I'm going to get a LAN. Remember I talked about a switched LAN. So I'll get to switched LAN because we've seen the